These examples are going to focus on solving quadratic equations by factoring. The first thing you want to make sure that you do is get your equation set equal to 0, which this one is, and then go ahead and factor it. X squared plus 5x plus 6 will factor into x plus 3 times x plus 2. Take each factor and set it equal to 0. And then solve for x. So x equals -3, x equals -2. The next example, notice that this one is not set equal to 0. So the first thing I'm going to do is subtract 8 from both sides. This one has a GCF of 4 that I can factor out. And then this, for this one, is going to be as far as we can go. We can set each factor equal to 0. I'll show you what we have here. So we have 4 equals 0, which isn't going to matter. And then we have x squared minus 2 equals 0. And in the next section, you'll learn how to factor these using the quadratic formula. This one actually would not factor. We can add 2 to both sides. And then we can take the square root of both sides. So we end up with plus or minus the square root of 2 as our solutions here. And then our final example here, again, this one is not set equal to 0 either. So I'm going to subtract x and subtract 2 from both sides, and then I can factor. Now, 6x squared most likely is going to factor into 3x and 2x. And then this -2, 2 and 1 will multiply to be 2. And I want negative, so I want 1 to be minus and 1 to be plus. I can take a guess, so minus, plus. And then I need to check by foiling. So if I check by foiling, really it's the outers and inners, and I want them to equal -1. That's what I really need to check. So I have 3x minus 4x is -x. So we got our signs right the first time. Take each one of my factors, 3x minus 2 equals 0, and 2x plus 1 equals 0, and then solve for x. So x is equal to 2/3, x is equal to -1/2.